Hello, my name is Matthew Hartley and I'm here for the Rational News. We received a major response from as far away as Sydney to our advertisement of last week and to our video which we put out at that time. And we've had the request for more detail. Now you may find this a bit dull, but if you do go through it, you will find that you're provided with all the detail you could possibly wish. So let's get started. We mentioned the power to appoint special investigators, and that power can be found in the EPA Act 1979, Division 1C, subsection 1, section 119B, appointment of investigation officers. 1. The Secretary or a Council may appoint persons, including any class of persons, as investigation officers for the purposes of this division. Note, because of the definition of investigation officer, a person appointed by the Secretary becomes a departmental investigation officer, and a person appointed by the Council becomes a Council investigation officer. 2. A person's appointment as an investigation officer may be made generally or made subject to conditions or restrictions or only for limited purposes. So it is quite clear a special investigation officer can be appointed by any council specifically to undertake investigation and subsequently prosecution of illegal holiday lets in residential areas. The power to take action can be found under section 119C. Powers under division may be exercised. 2. A council investigation officer may exercise powers under this division for any of the following purposes. A. Enabling a council to exercise its function under this act. It's right there, folks. Persons are legally required to provide answers and furnish documents, so all operators can be uncovered in a methodical way. The requirement to answer may be found here. Section 119M, Offences. 1. A person must not, without reasonable excuse, fail to comply with the requirement made of the person by an investigation officer in accordance with this division. 2. A person must not furnish any information or do any other thing in purported compliance with a requirement made under this division that the person knows is false or misleading in a material respect. So no lying, folks. 3. A person must not intentionally delay or obstruct an investigation. 4. The maximum penalty for an offence under section 125 arising under this section is a tier 3 maximum penalty. And you can find those under 125A, 125B, or 125C, EPA Regulations 2000. Documents must be provided and searches may be carried out. 119J, requirement to provide information and records. An investigation officer may, by notice in writing given to a person, require the person to furnish to the officer such information or records, or both, as the notice requires in connection with an investigation purpose. Now, if necessary, search warrants can be used. Section 119G, search warrants. An investigation officer may apply to an eligible issuing officer for the issue of a search warrant if the investigation officer believes on reasonable grounds that this act is being or has been contravened at any premises. So that's right, if necessary, a search warrant can be executed in order to obtain evidence. As to the penalties, the authorization to serve penalty notices and impose fines may be found here under section 127A. Penalty notices for certain offences. 1. An authorized person may serve a penalty notice on a person if it appears to the authorized person that the person has committed an offence under this act or the regulations, being an offence prescribed by the regulations. And the fines that can be issued each day without court action, and they can be found under the Environmental Planning Assessment Regulation 2000. Schedule 5, Penalty Notice Offences. In the case of a person referred to in Clause 2433, E or D, individual 3,000, corporation 6,000. That's each day, folks. Each day. If you want to take the matter to court, then you can move over to seeking a Tier 1 judgment. Under Section 125A, the maximum penalties for offences against the Act, Tier 1. 2. A person who is guilty of an offence to which this section applies is liable to a Tier 1 maximum penalty, being a penalty not exceeding A, in the case of a corporation, 5 million. And 2, for a continuing offence, a further 50,000 for each day the offence continues. Or, in the case of an individual, 1 million. For a continuing offence, a further $10,000 for each day the offence continues. Folks, that's all a bit dry, I know, but the law is clear. It simply needs to be applied. Thank you. My name is Matthew Hartley for the Rational News. Have a great day.